Welcome to Learning with UNP. In this session of Python for Data Science, we are going to understand about logical operators. That includes what is a logical operator and what are the types of logical operators. Let's first understand what is a logical operator. Logical operators are symbols used in programming or mathematics to combine or manipulate Boolean values, true or false. They allow for logical operations such as AND, OR, and NOT, enabling the evaluation of complex conditions or expressions. Logical operators are used to combine multiple conditions together and evaluate them as a single Boolean expression. The types of logical operators are AND, OR, NOT, which are also called as logical AND, logical OR, logical NOT. Logical AND operator returns true if both conditions being compared are true. Otherwise, it returns false. Double ampersand is used to represent logical AND operator in programming languages. Logical OR operator returns true if at least one of the conditions being compared is true. It returns false only if both conditions are false. Double pipe symbol is used to represent logical OR operator in programming languages. Logical NOT operator negates the value of a Boolean expression. It returns true if the condition is false and false if condition is true. Exclamatory mark or exclamation mark is used to represent logical NOT in programming languages. Let's look at the pseudocode representation of it. Step 1. Determine the conditions you want to combine using logical operators. Means decide the conditions you want to combine. Step 2. Write an expression using the chosen logical operators. Means create an expression using logical operators like AND or NOT. Step 3. Ensure the expression evaluates to a Boolean value, true or false, based on the logical conditions. Means the expression should evaluate to either true or false based on the conditions. This means Python will check if the conditions you combined are true or false. Step 4. Optionally store the result in a variable for future use. Means you can store the result of the expression in a variable for later use. Step 5. Execute the Python script to see the result of the logical operation. Means run your Python script to see the result of the logical operation. Now let's look at the truth tables for logical AND, logical OR and logical NOT. Before that, let me give you an overview of what is a truth table. Truth table summarizes how we combine two logical conditions based on AND or NOT. Truth table is used to perform logical operations that comprises Boolean functions. It is basically used to check whether the propositional expression is true or false as per the input values. First table represents the truth table for logical AND. The truth table for logical AND operator in Python outlines all possible combinations of its operands and their corresponding results. The result is true if both operands are true. Otherwise, it returns false if at least one operand is false. Here, in the example, true and true evaluates to true because both operands are true. True and false evaluates to false because at least one operand is false. And false evaluates to false because neither of the operands is true. The second table represents the truth table for OR. The truth table for OR operator also outlines all possible combinations of its operands and their corresponding results. The result is true if at least one of the conditions is true. Otherwise, it results false. But it results false only when both operands are false. Here, in example, true or true evaluates to true because at least one operand is true. True or false evaluates to true because at least one operand is true. False or false evaluates to false because neither of the operands is true. The third table represents the truth table for not. It returns the inverse of truth values of the operand it precedes. It returns the opposite of operand's Boolean value. If the operand is true, the logical not will return false. If the operand is false, the logical not will return true. Here, in the example, not true evaluates to false because not inverts the value. Not false evaluates to true because not inverts the value. Here are examples demonstrating logical operators. In the first example, P is assigned to value 1 and Q is assigned to value 2. Logical AND checks both values. If P is true, it returns Q. Here, P is 1, true. So, it returns Q, which is 2. In logical OR, it checks the first value. If P is true, it returns P. Here, P is 1, true. So, it returns 1. Logical NOT flips the value of P. Here, P is 1, true. So, not P is false. And the print statement gives the output. Let's execute and check. As we discussed, the answers are 2, 1 and false. And here is the explanation of what we discussed just now. Now let's look at the second example. In here, x is assigned to the value 0, y is assigned to the value 10. The AND operation checks both x and y. Since x is 0, which is considered false in Python, the result would be 0. The result AND is assigned to the value 0. The OR operation checks both x and y. Since x is 0, false, the result is the value of y, which is 10. Result OR is assigned the value 10. Now, in the NOT operation, it inverts the value of x. Since x is 0, false, not x become true. The result NOT is assigned the value true. And the print statement prints the values. Let's execute and check the output. As we discussed, the outputs are 0, 10 and true. Now, the most important point to be noted is that the logical operators in Python do not directly operate on numbers. The numeric values can be implicitly converted to Boolean values as follows. Any non-zero number, be it positive or negative, is considered to be true and 0 is considered to be false. Let's say if we assign the number 0 or any other number to operand in a logical expression, Python will implicitly convert it to a Boolean value, that is either true or false. Let's check this out how it works. The result AND evaluates to 0 because 0 and 10 results in false, that is false and true results in false. Result OR evaluates to 10 because 0 or 10 results in true, that is false or true results in true. Result NOT evaluates to true because not 0 results in true. This is all about today's lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.